2 snipers, 2 legends, 1 battlefield. 1 bullet decides it all. Barry Pepper's God-fearing marksman from Saving Private Ryan versus Ed Harris's cold-blooded hunter from Enemy at the Gates. Who walks away? Who never gets the chance? What you're about to hear is more than a showdown. It's a battle of wits, nerves, and faith, with a single victor. Let's lock in. Picture it, war-torn Europe. Rubble, silence, and the faint whistle of wind through shattered windows. Somewhere in this mess, 2 snipers lie in wait. One speaks to God before pulling the trigger. The other trusts only physics, calculation, and cold instinct. In this corner, Private Daniel Jackson, played with razor-edged intensity by Barry Pepper in Saving Private Ryan, 1998. A Southern sharpshooter with a Bible verse on his lips and vengeance in his veins. Jackson doesn't just shoot, he judges. He's fast, fearless, and when his eye meets the scope, it's already too late. Across the no-man's land, under cover of darkness, Major Erwin König, portrayed with icy perfection by Ed Harris in Enemy at the Gates, 2001. He is the hunter of men. A sniper trainer in the German army. König doesn't pray. He plans. He waits. He studies his enemy until the enemy becomes a ghost. 2 philosophies. 2 minds. 1 kill. Let's talk Jackson. He's not just quick, he's surgical. In Saving Private Ryan, we see him nail enemy soldiers from towers, through scopes, between moving targets. He moves like a whisper, his breath calm, his faith steady. He invokes Psalm 144 verse 1. Blessed be the Lord my strength, who teacheth my hands to war, and my fingers to fight. That's not just a quote. It's his mental armor. His belief fuels his fearlessness. But Jackson's greatest strength? Confidence. Maybe too much confidence. His unwavering belief can blind him to risk, like when he takes position in a bell tower, assuming his speed and skill can save him from artillery. It doesn't. Now, Major König. König isn't just a sniper. He's an engineer of death. He maps out terrain like a chessboard, turning war zones into traps. He uses shadows like allies, waits hours, days, to pull the trigger. In Enemy at the Gates, he studies his prey until he knows their next breath. König's strength is discipline. No movement wasted. No emotion shown. He doesn't miss, and if he does, you never see him sweat. He teaches patience, precision, and silence. But König's weakness? Pride. He underestimates his opponents, believing they don't deserve to beat him. His confidence isn't faith, it's arrogance. Imagine this, a bombed-out city, fog hanging like a veil. The wind barely stirs. Jackson sets up on the 2nd floor of a crumbling church, his Springfield M1903 rifle steady on the windowsill. He whispers scripture. He watches. Meanwhile, König is already there, in the shadows. He's been there since last night. He knows someone will come. He's studied the light, the angles, the sound of boots crunching gravel, the hunter, and the preacher. Jackson spots a glint. A reflection. He knows what it is. He shifts. He prays. But König doesn't shoot. Not yet. He's calculating Jackson's rhythm. His breathing. His soul. It's a game of seconds now. Jackson spots a flicker, an eye, a scope, maybe just a shadow moving wrong. His hand tightens. He whispers again. My refuge and my fortress. He fires. But König isn't there. The German was never behind the glint. That was a decoy. König had moved, hours ago. He had watched Jackson's pattern through the broken mirror 2 buildings over. His bullet is already on its way. It pierces the silence like a razor. Jackson's scope cracks. The shot hits his upper chest, not an instant kill. He drops, gasping, rolling behind cover. Blood pools. He sees the flash. König is exposed for a second. He lifts his rifle, even while bleeding. Jackson's hand shakes. His lips move. His last prayer. He fires. Misses. Then, darkness. But not because he's the better man, because he's the better tactician. Jackson's strength was his speed and his spirit. But against a man like König, that wasn't enough. König didn't need faith, he needed patience. He knew Jackson would come to him, and he planned every inch of that battlefield before Jackson even stepped into it. This wasn't a test of faith. It was a test of foresight. But here's the truth. König may have won the shot, but Jackson? He won hearts. He was the embodiment of purpose, of belief in something bigger than himself. And in war, that kind of courage echoes longer than the sound of a rifle shot. 2 men, 2 rifles, 1 war. In the end, it wasn't speed or strength that won, it was patience, precision, and a brutal understanding of human weakness. But when you walk away from this duel, ask yourself, would you rather be feared like Konig or remembered like Jackson? Either way, the shot's been fired.